Good play. Rockets able to get back to break up that fast break attack.
I don't think Olajuwon realized that Charles Smith was on him inside on the switch play and just put up a very weak effort there as Charles Smith knocked it out of there as Patrick Ewing goes flying in on the left side, but just got stripped of the ball before he got in the act of shooting.
Smith is fouled. Olajuwon went for the block. And for Keem, that is his first foul.
And he keeps glaring down Darryl Garrison, the referee here. And a good call by Darryl as Olajuwon blocked that shot cleanly up high. But Darryl on the baseline was able to see the left hand and arm of Keem pulling down the shoulder of Charles Smith. Good vision by Darryl Garrison.
And Smith is 1 for 3 at the line. Now the crowd trying to encourage Charles Smith. The Knicks free throw shooting has been way off. 3 of 8 thus far.
Well, we saw this kind of play from Charles in game 4. He took 15 shots, and many of them were penetration type shots, getting into the lane and trying to draw contact and finish. He only made 5 of those 15, but he was aggressive taking the ball to the hoop.
The Knicks lead is now 12. It's their biggest lead of the game. Olajuwon could not get it off. Maxwell short on the 3. Thorpe. Nice play by Horry to keep it alive. And the Knicks continue to do an excellent defensive job. Hakeem Olajuwon, he's 4 of 8, 8 points. He's also turned it over 7 times.
And for the time being, Charles Smith is watching him. And right now, Olajuwon doesn't know what to do against him.
Back comes Maxwell. Rockets with the ball. They're down by 10. Thorpe gets inside, and he's fouled by Smith. Otis Thorpe able to beat Charles Smith. That's 3 on Smith, and Thorpe will go to the line.
This seems to be the best thing for the Rockets to do in these transition plays where they don't have numbers, more offensive players than defensive players. Look to get one of their big men, Otis Thorpe or Hakeem Olajuwon, down in the low post and dump the ball into them and try to get something going to the basket before the New York defense, half-court defense, can set. Because right now, when Kenny Smith brings the ball up the floor, the pressure by Harper is keeping him from penetrating anywhere. And all Kenny Smith is doing is going east to west, and that's not going to get the job done for the Rockets.
Knicks lead is now 9. 3.5 gone by in the 3rd quarter. Smith went to the left hand. Oakley wide open. So the Knicks have gone cold after the good shooting first half. And Hakeem Olajuwon with only 2 points since late in the 1st quarter. Olajuwon trying to dish it off to Horry. Knocked out of bounds by the Knicks.
Once again, with Charles Smith on his back, the Rockets are starting to do more cutting now when they throw the ball into Olajuwon. He does his best job inside offensively when he catches and makes his move quickly. He's hesitating right now.
And Olajuwon guarded by Smith. Goes to the jump hook and was way off. Oakley from Starks. Smith gets to it. There's Charles Smith rejected by Hakeem Olajuwon. And Derek Harper looks to regroup.
Well, the reason Charles Smith got that offensive rebound was Olajuwon was trying to box out Ewing, and it took him out of position, and that's how Smith came up with the loose one.
Derek Harper continues the excellent shooting. 6 of 9 from the field. He has 12 points. The Knicks lead 54-43. Olajuwon lost it. Starks protecting it, getting it to Oakley, feeding Ewing. And the Rockets take a timeout with 6:49 remaining. 3rd quarter. And this, the play of the night. The Knicks extend to a 13-point lead, a margin of 13. They have outscored the Rockets 22-9 since the game was tied at 34 back in the second quarter. Thorpe drawing the foul. Patrick Ewing matched up with Otis Thorpe. Charles Oakley also involved, and Oakley is called for his third.
For the first time in a long while, the Rockets do a good job of executing and getting the ball in excellent position right in front of the rim to Otis Thorpe. Got away with a little hook on Patrick Ewing before he got in the act of shooting. Mark, we've been talking so much about what the Houston guards have to do. Yes, they have to play much better, but really, without Akeem Olajuwon playing well, and he is not having a particularly good ball game tonight at all, unable to get good shots or catch the ball, the Rockets are going to have a very difficult time in this ball game. The big guy's got to get going.
Horry for three. Robert Horry with a three-pointer, his second of the night. And the Knicks now lead 56-47. That's the fifth from downtown for the Rockets, 5 of 12. Three-pointers. Olajuwon jumping out, knocking it away from Starks. Shot clock at 5. Maxwell broke it up. Good hands by the Rockets.
Olajuwon, who can do that, go out on the floor and chase smaller players and get steals, knock the ball loose. Is maybe going to try to get himself going at least at the defensive end, which might get him in turn going at the offensive end.
That clock running down. Down to 2, down to 1. Ewing for 3. It has all gone right for Patrick Ewing. And for the Knicks, their first three-pointer of the game. Ewing now has 17. The Knicks lead by 12. Horry got the step. Starks on the recovery. Lost to Olajuwon. And Akeem able to lay it home. The Knicks lead is now 10.
Well, there's those lightning quick hands of Olajuwon to pick that one off. And on that Ewing three, that shot was challenged by Olajuwon.
5:25 remaining in the third. Art Albert, Matt Dukas, Rashad Hannah-Storm, Bob Costas from Madison Square Garden. This game 5 of the best of 7 NBA Finals. Starts with a steal. 1 and 2 by Maxwell. And then Vernon able to brace the fall of John Starks.
The shot clock winding down. Patrick Ewing falling back. You see double zeros there. He did get the shot off on time over the outstretched arm of Olajuwon, as Pat Riley loves that shot, just like he called it.
Knicks by 10 points. With just under 5 minutes remaining in the third. Ewing setting the screen for Harper. Thorpe fires down to Smith. Kenny Smith brings the Rockets within 8. And for Smith, that is his second field goal. He has 6 points. Oakley down deep. And back comes Maxwell. So the Rockets carving into the lead. Thorpe stop. And Ewing protecting. The ball goes back to Houston.
Well, Patrick Ewing had been triple teamed trying to get the ball out of there. And John Starks very upset that he couldn't pull down that outlet pass. Gave a good hard kick over there at the scorer's table. A couple of phones went awry. John takes it out on the inanimate objects as well.
He does. Charles Smith sitting down, replaced by Anthony Mason, who had the outstanding second quarter. Mason now back to guarding Olajuwon. And Akeem able to hit over Mason. Akeem Olajuwon has a good 5 inches on Anthony Mason, who's played him in very physical fashion and has done a good job. And a timeout has been called. Houston with a 10-3 run, now trailing by only 6 points.
Well, in this third quarter, Pat Riley has had Charles Smith and Olajuwon, and now Mason, as Mace forces him to take this off the wrong foot. But Olajuwon starting to warm up.
As you can tell, at that point, just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter with the Knicks enjoying a 6-point lead, NBC News took over the programming at NBC, and Knicks fans were forced to watch a little box at the bottom of the screen. Now, this is going on, and you guys have no clue.